Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
We want to welcome you all to this special Shabbat from everyone who has joined us here in person and from home in San Diego and those around the world who are joining us online. We want to create one community, so if you will all turn around to the camera in the back and wave and wish everyone Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
This week has been an important week in the lives of the Jewish people, a day of remembrance for the fallen of the state of Israel. And the very next day, turning our sorrow into joy, we celebrate Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel Independence Day. And we'll continue to celebrate this evening, a celebration of 77 years of statehood in word and in song, remembering as well thousands of years in the land we cherish, Eretz Israel. Tonight, we also welcome our introduction to Judaism, 50 strong, and that's a real number and not just a rabbinic counting. And we are celebrating their graduation this evening. All 4 of your rabbis and rabbi cantors were privileged to teach this class, and we are delighted to celebrate with you the culmination of many months of our studies together of history, culture, and religion of the Jewish people. This year, our class ranges in age from 11 to mid-90s, and actually there was a 3-month-old in there for a few months. We still have a waiting list for next fall's class, so you're never too young or too old to study Judaism. We welcome you all and we wish you Mazal Tov. Tomorrow morning we continue our celebration of Shabbat with Torah study, minyan, and in our sanctuary we will celebrate the bat mitzvah of Maddie Leonards. Tonight Maddie has the privilege of bringing light into our community, so we invite you, Maddie, to bring your family and light our Shabbat candles. 2 as commanded to guard and to remember, and 2 for the hostages still unable to light for themselves.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר, להדליק נר של שבת.
It is always a joy. We lift the moments of Shabbat and bring them into our community and our hearts. And the only way to elevate that even more is to bring blessing upon those who are entering the chuppah very soon. And I delight in calling upon Jacob Sampson and Samantha Sam Moss to join us on the bima this evening as we have the opportunity to celebrate you in this moment. You hear those children out there? Not yet. Not yet. So, Jacob and Sam, tonight we are celebrating you. We are truly celebrating you as you prepare to stand under the chuppah and begin your life, which you've already begun together, but in this new chapter as husband and wife. In the presence of community, Jacob, specifically this community in which you grew up, the community in which your father, Alava Shalom, Jerry, greeted each and every person that walked through those doors each and every Shabbat in Minyan at Torah study, brought the sense of hospitality and commitment and knowing to our community. You're here with your parents, Sam, with Steve and Janet, Lynn, who is unfortunately under the weather, but she is online watching with pride and bursting with nachas. We know that, and today is her birthday, so she's also celebrating her today. We're offering you a blessing that's rooted in joy, rooted in commitment and partnership. From your initial meetup in 2022, thanks to a mutual friend and your sharing of love of music and dancing, how fitting that your story began not in silence, but in rhythm, in laughter, and in movement. From a country bar scene to the city streets, from discovering new restaurants to dreaming of your future, I know that you two have already built something very sacred, a relationship that's grounded in friendship and in fun, and a fierce commitment to one another. My hope is that your new chapter together will only serve as a continuation for all that already connects you. Trust, shared values, spontaneity, and the willingness to keep dancing together even when the music changes. As you approach your wedding day in nearly 2 weeks' time, may you always find one another the home you seek, the adventures you crave, and the partner your heart recognizes. As we say these words of blessing to you, Misha Berach Avotina Racham, Yitzhak ve'Yaakov, Sarah Rivka, Rachel ve'Leah, Hu Yivarech et hachatan ve'et hakala. May the God who bless the men and women of Israel in every generation bless this incredible bride and groom. May God guide them on life's journey. May their marriage be a joy and a good example to all who know them. May they fashion a Jewish home worthy of praise, a sacred refuge, where they find tranquility during all their days together. May the love of this couple inspire and bless their family, their friends, and the community of Israel. And we say together, Amen.
Amen.
It would only be fitting to have all your rabbis come at this moment, and we surround you and place our hands upon your shoulders as we offer you this most ancient blessing.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's light shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lachem shalom.
May God's presence ever be with you, Jacob and Sam, and may you be granted health and long life, the courage to fill it with much joy and blessing and always peace, as we say together.
Amen.
Amen. And we sing together.
Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, Yehelanu. Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, Yehelanu. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, Yehelanu.
Mazel tov.
What a beautiful Shabbat to welcome Kabbalat Shabbat, the welcoming of the Sabbath. We greet God with joy. Ivdu et Adonai b'simcha on the screens or page 340.
Ivdu et Adonai b'simcha, Ivdu et Adonai b'simcha bo, lefanav birnana, lefanav birnana. Ivdu et Adonai b'simcha, Ivdu et Adonai b'simcha bo, lefanav birnana, lefanav birnana. Yalalai, 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 yalalai. Ivdu et Adonai b'simcha, Ivdu et Adonai b'simcha bo, lefanav birnana, lefanav birnana. Ivdu et Adonai b'simcha, Ivdu et Adonai b'simcha bo, lefanav birnana, lefanav birnana. Yalalai, 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 yalalai. Yalalai, 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 yalalai.
Page 20, Lechado D, from Jerusalem.
Lechadodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat. Nekavela lechadodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat. Nekavela shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad, ishmianu el hameyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, V'shemo tiferet v'litila, lechadodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat. Nekavela lechadodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat. Nekavela itoreri, itoreri, Kiva ore, kumi ori, uri, uri, shir daveri, kivod Adonai, alai nila, lechadodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat. Nekavela lechadodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat. Nekavela Boi v'shalom atzeret bala Gam besimcha uve'tzola kala yalana b'nei Shabbat lekabela lechadodi likrat kala yalana b'nei Shabbat lekabela.
So as we welcome and greet Shabbat and have it enter into our hearts and our souls, we turn and greet one another. Find someone behind you, next to you, surround you. Welcome, wish them a Shabbat Shalom, introduce yourselves. We continue with the Baruch Hu, page 146, as we call one another to prayer.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
As we turn to page 147, we read together responsively. Adonai, your majesty is proclaimed by the marvels of earth and sky. Sun, moon, and stars testify to your power and wisdom. And together,
Day follows day in endless succession, and the years vanish, but your sovereignty endures.
though all things pass, let not your glory depart from us. Help us to become co-workers with you and endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. Baruch atah Adonai Hamarif Aravim. In each age, we receive and transmit Torah. At each moment, we are addressed by the world.
In each age, we are challenged by our ancient teaching. At each moment, we stand face to face with truth.
In each age, we add our wisdom to that which has gone before. At each moment, the knowing heart is filled with wonder.
In each age, the children of Torah become its builders and seek to set the world firm on a foundation of truth.
Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Will you please be seated? And I'd like to call upon Maddie to lead us in the Ve'ahavta on page 150.
Ve'ahavta
את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושופך ובקומך ושרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We often call Micha Mocha our song of freedom. Its words are taken directly from the Torah itself, from the moment right after the Israelites have safely crossed the sea, escaping the Egyptians. And the words of this prayer always make me ask, what does freedom really mean? What does it mean to be a free person or a free people? And especially this week, as we've just celebrated Yom HaAtzmaut, I've been thinking about this. What does it mean? And we each have our own personal understandings about what freedom looks like. The freedom from pain, perhaps, or freedom from expectations, or the freedom to be our authentic selves. On this Shabbat, I hope that we each have space to reflect on what freedom means to us and that we have a little taste of that freedom in these 25 hours of rest and renewal. The words of Micha Mocha can be found on page 152.
Yai lai lai yai la 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 yai lai lai la 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 yai lai lai yai la 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 yai la lai lai yai la 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 Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai Mi kamocha neta b'kodesh Nora tehilot oseh velech Nora tehilot oseh velech מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים זה אלינו ואמרו זה אלינו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד Ya la la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
We continue on page 153.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. We sing together. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkivenu, Lishalom. Together, Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkivenu, Lishalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm.
Continue on page 154.
V'shameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, et ha-Shabbat, et ha-Shabbat. La'asot et ha-Shabbat L'dorotam, l'dorotam, berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti leolam, oti leolam. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, et ha-Shabbat, et ha-Shabbat. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et haaretz v'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, et ha-Shabbat, et ha-Shabbat. Uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayi nafash, vayi nafash. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, et ha-Shabbat, et ha-Shabbat, et ha-Shabbat, et ha-Shabbat, et ha-Shabbat.
We invite you to please rise as you are able for our central prayer, the Amida. We begin together on page 155.
Yai lai 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 lai. 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 Adonai, Sefatai Tiftach, Ufi Agir, Tehilatecha. Adonai, Sefatai Tiftach, Ufi Agir, Tehilatecha.
We invite you now to pray the words of your heart or the words on the page. We continue silently until page 167. You may be seated when you're finished with your prayer.
Say shalom bimroma uyaseh shalom aleinu Israel, ve'imru amen. Ya lai 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 lai, ya lai 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 lai, ya lai 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 lai, ya lai 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 lai. Lai lai lai, lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai.
We now turn our thoughts to those in our community who are in need of a refuah shlema, of a complete healing of the body, of mind, of spirit. Tonight, we are thinking especially of the following members of our community: Vivian Aronson, Julie Alper, Tyler Berry, Norman Berkowitz, Steffi Bosker, Linda Calderon, Shirley Deckelbaum, Bernard Dime, Shelley Dreskin, Gary Dvassen, Sandra Edenbaum, Jerry Edwards, Linda Edwards, Robin Engelhart, Marvin Estrin, Jamie Fox, Denise Garrick, David Geffen, Nancy Gordon, Sherry Graves, Richard Katz, Jane Cussel, Marshall J. Lewis, Barry Pearlstein, Phyllis Porter, Lois Russell, Mimi Schumann, Rhonda Schwartz, Stan Schwartz, Natalie Schrager, Harriet Schumacher, Debbie Simmons, Dale Spector, Annie Stone, Carol Swimmer, Eileen Tatro, Alexander Vassar, Kathy Weil, Joanne Williams, Herbert Wolpow, and Eileen Youngerman. There may be someone else on your mind tonight whose name you wish to add to our list, and so we may hold them in our hearts as well. I invite you to please share their name with our community as our eyes meet. We hold all of these names in our hearts as we wish them a refuah shlema, and we sing words of healing.
מחפש לעצמותם מונה מספר בכוכבים לכולם שמות יקרא הרופא לשבורי לב ומחפש לעצמותם מונה מספר בכוכבים לכולם שמות יקרא of uncountable stars. You know where they are. Healer of the broken-hearted, binder of our wounds, counter of uncountable stars. You know who we are.
Please join us in a prayer for the state of Israel on page 259.
Avinu Shabashamayim, Tzor Yisrael v'goalo, Ba'arechet Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Tzmichat Geulateinu.
Together we read, O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love, spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Avinu Shabashamayim, Tzor Yisrael v'goalo, Ba'arechet Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Tzmichat Geulateinu.
As we come to this moment, as Rabbi Cantor Bernstein mentioned at the beginning of our service, we had an incredible class this year. And we say that every year, but every year it gets even more rich, even more varied, even more unique and dynamic. And for those who are searching, who are trying to understand, who are journeying into Jewish identity, what that means, what their place is, how they understand it, how they wrestle with it, against it, for it, everywhere, every complexity that you can imagine, holding in those spaces while learning all of the basics and so much more. And so in this moment, they've come tonight, many of them, not everybody's here, most of them, a good chunk are here, to honor them. We are here this evening to honor them, to say Mazel Tov to them as they have entered into this year of learning, and we have held them every Thursday evening, almost every Thursday evening, for this past, I would say, 7-8 months, and we are delighted to honor their studies and what they've done this evening. We'll celebrate with them after the Shabbat dinner, and we'd invite all of you to come up. Those who are part of our Intro to Judaism class, I invite you to make your way up to the bima at this time.
I think the 3-month-old has now turned 6 months old and he's eating.
It was a small class. Right? All of you have come. We've had people traveling from Mexico to come here each week. We've had individuals who have been Jewishly identified and raised all their lives, coming for a refresher course. Those who are supporting their partners, who are seeking their own journey into Jewish life. Those who are on the conversion path. It is a true blessing, and we cannot wait for you to also have the other opportunity to take an immersion in our mikvah that will come in a few years' time. But for now, we'll have to travel a little far, but that's only temporary. So we are unbelievably blessed to have each of you in this path. And so we say to you, Mishaberach, Imotenu Vavotenu, may the one who blessed our mothers and fathers before us bring blessing upon our committed stewards of learning in our Beth Israel community and family as they join us tonight, knowing that the scroll comes to life through their learning, through their involvement, through their sacred belonging, so their search for Jewish identity and their spirit ever grow as they stand before all of us and their community this evening, here with their Beth Israel family around. May we all rejoice in their newfound commitment and dedication. So wherever life's journey leads, may you always know that we are beside you every step. And so may you always know the many learnings and discoveries that you've had. This place will always be your home. So in health and wholeness, with sweetness and goodness, may God's presence be with each and every one of you as we come together in celebration of your continued commitment to Jewish learning and embrace. For years and years, a lifetime of learning and living yet to come, as we say together, Amen. I'm going to invite all of our clergy to come. We have a lot of Birkat Kohanim this evening. It's very beautiful. It's a wonderful opportunity. So we bestow this blessing upon you.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's light shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lachem shalom.
May God's presence be with each and every one of you. May you be granted health and long life, the courage to fill it with much joy and blessing, and always peace.
Ken yehi ratzon.
Mazel tov. We'll see you at dinner.
Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, Elanu. Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, Elanu.
Mazel tov. As we prepare in a few moments to lift our voices in song, we do so with hearts that are full of complexity. This week, as Rabbi Bernstein mentioned, we mark Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel's Independence Day, a time to celebrate the miracle of Jewish sovereignty and our enduring yearning for a homeland in the land of Israel. And yet, we do not sing with unburdened joy this evening. We sing knowing that there is still war in Gaza. We sing knowing that precious lives have been lost, that Israeli soldiers remain in harm's way, and that families continue to wait agonizingly for the return of loved ones that are still held hostage. We sing with the pain of this week's fires that scorched the Judean hills, our homeland still fighting to breathe, still yearning for peace. And still, we sing, because it's our sacred responsibility to celebrate the dream, even in the shadow of despair, to give voice to our hope, even when it trembles, to hold both the anguish with the awe. Tonight, we begin with Ben Kodesh Lechol, a song that straddles the boundary between the sacred and the everyday, just as Shabbat bridges the spiritual and the earthly. This melody reminds us that our love for Israel is lived in both prayer and in action, in holy longing and in a real complicated life. From there, we move into Lo Yehi, a song born of longing and prayer. The words simply mean let it be. Let there be peace. Let there be healing. Let there be light at the end of this long, dark tunnel. It is a lullaby for a bruised people and a gentle cry for the world we still hope to see. And finally, we'll conclude with B'Shana Haba'ah, a song that is echoed in Jewish hearts for generations. Next year, a phrase of aching hope. Next year, may children run freely under fig trees. Next year, may our fears be fewer and our celebrations fuller. Next year, may all who are waiting come home. Now, let this music carry our complicated hearts. Let it be a prayer for healing, a song of resilience, and a tribute to the unshakable bond between our people and our homeland.
בין קודש לחול אני חי עם האמת שמשתוללת בי עם אלף הרגלים עם כל צלקת שעל פניי אני יוצא שוב לפזר את המילים בין המציאות לשיגעון הכל חוזר עליי שם במקום ממנו באתי אין שלום והמסע הזה כבד קצת גדול עליי, אני צריך לגדול מזה ודי, לגדול מזה ודי. בין קודש לחול אני חי, בין האמת שמשתוללת בי עם אלף הרגלים, עם כל הפחד שעל כתפיי. אני יוצא שוב לפזר את המילים, בין המציאות לשיגעון הכל חוזר עליי, שם במקום ממנו באתי אין שלום, והמסע הזה כבד וקצת גדול עליי, אני צריך לגדול מזה ודי, לגדול מזה ודי. רק שלא ייקשו רגליי, בין המציאות לשיגעון הכל חוזר עליי, גם במקום ממנו באתי אין שלום, והמסע הזה כבד וקצת גדול עליי, אני צריך לגדול מזה ודי, לגדול מזה ודי. בין קודש לחול אני חי.
Before we continue with Lu Yehi, a few additional words of introduction. Naomi Shemer wrote this piece originally after being tasked with coming up with a Hebrew setting of the Beatles song, Let It Be. She wrote the song for the famous Israeli singer Chava Alberstein, who had wanted to perform it at an event for pilots' wives following the Yom Kippur War. At first, she kept the Beatles' tune, but then her husband, on a reprieve from fighting in the war, said, "I'm not going to let you waste this song on a foreign tune. This is a Jewish war, and you should give it a Jewish tune." And so, Naomi Shemer ultimately did write her own melody for the song. Alberstein performed the song on Army radio and for Israeli soldiers. And this became the unofficial anthem of the Yom Kippur War.
עוד יש מפרש לבן באופק מול ענן שחוץ כבד, כל שנבקש לו יהי. ואם בחלונות הערב או נרות החג יורד, כל שנבקש לו יהי. לו יהי, לו יהי, אנא לו יהי, כל שנבקש לו יהי. לו יהי, לו יהי, אנא לו יהי, כל שנבקש לו יהי. and the broken-hearted people living in this world agree. There will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Lu Yehi, Lu Yehi, Hana Lu Yehi, Kol Shenevakesh, Lu Yehi, Lu Yehi, Lu Yehi, Hana Lu Yehi, Kol Shenevakesh, Lu Yehi. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Kol shenevakesh, Lu Yehi. Yai lai lai, 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 yai lai lai. Bashana habaa nisheb al hamirpesed ונזכור ציפורים נודי דור. ילדים ישחקו תופסת בין הבית ובין השדות. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. ענבים אדומים ישרים עד הערב וישרו סימונים לשולחן. ורוחות רדומים ייסעו אליהם הדרך, עיתונים ישנים בענן. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. בשנה הבאה נפרוס כפות ידיים מול האור ונגיד הלבן. ענף הלבנה תפרוס כאור כנפיים והשמש תזרח בתוכן. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. יאללה לי, 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 יאללה לי.
This time I'd like to call upon board members Janet Perlman to share some words.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm Janet Perlman and honored to be a member of your board of directors. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., Rabbi Navarez will be leading Torah study in the Activity Center and on Zoom, followed by our lay-led minyan services at 10:30. All are welcome to attend. Mazel Tov to the Leonard and Habis families as we celebrate the bat mitzvah of Madeline Leonards and Ashley Habis tomorrow morning and afternoon, respectively. This Thursday, we begin our second series of Courageous Conversations, a 4-week commitment to leaning in, building empathy, and having challenging conversations that allow us to feel seen, heard, and valued within our community. As always, we'd like to thank the women of Beth Israel and the Beth Israel Men's Club for volunteering as greeters. You can always find more information on all the fabulous programs CBI has to offer, including how to register for programs on our website, cbisd.org, or you can look for me or anyone with a badge after services. We'd be happy to talk to you more about what Beth Israel has to offer. If you haven't yet voted in the World Zionist Congress election, please vote Reform tonight at the table in the foyer. This is the last weekend to do so. Shabbat Shalom, and wishing safe travels to everyone going on the Heritage Cruise.
And speaking of, Nicole and I have 78 of our closest friends from Beth Israel who will be joining us beginning next week. Many of them have already departed for some pre-trips onto a Jewish Heritage Cruise experience that we're about to have. And many of them are here tonight with us. And as always, whenever we have a congregational send-off, we always want to honor those traveling, to honor them and envelop them in prayer. I'd invite those who are joining us, come on up to the bima at this time.
Oh my God, there's a lot of
I know. You know I'm going to make you move faster, right? Just you know. And just while we're waiting for everybody to come up onto the bima, this wonderful helped craft this experience and has been working on this for almost 2 years to have this wonderful, exciting adventure that we're about to embark upon. Come around. So this is about a third of the group, to understand how large this group is. But we are so excited. In a week's time, many of us will already be or on our way to Budapest, where we will begin our adventures together. And so it's so important that we have the opportunity to just take a pause and a breath and to celebrate and honor this moment of being together, but also to have some moments in prayer. And so we say, may it be your will, watch, I wrote it for us. May it be your will, Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors, to guide us in peace, to support our footsteps in safety, and to bring us in joy and blessing to each place we visit and to our journey's end. And may we as we set forth upon the Danube, a river that has carried the dreams, the prayers, and at times the tears of our people, we ask that you carry us with purpose and with peace. Protect us from all harm along the way, from illness, accident, and fear. Guide our journey, our boat, and all who sail upon her. Let the waters be calm, the skies clear, and our hearts open to learning and connection. May we be worthy vessels to receive the stories of those who came before us, the melodies of synagogues that once echoed, the footsteps of rabbis and rebels, the silence of places emptied by hatred, and the strength of a people who rebuilt from ashes. Help us remember that we are more than just tourists. We are witnesses, we are learners, we are links in an unbroken chain. May our journey deepen our commitment to justice, to memory, and to Jewish life. And when we return home, may we do so renewed in spirit, grateful in heart, and ever more rooted in who we are. Baruch atah Adonai, shomea tefillah. Blessed are you, Adonai, who hears prayer and walks beside us always. as we say, Amen. See you next week.
Be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen.
And as I invite you to turn to page 278, as Buddy was on the bima, he reminded me, we need 11 more votes to make it to over 700. So we are one of the top congregations in the country right now. I'm a little competitive. I like to be first. So we're going to push that a little bit. So if you haven't voted yet, just go outside right after and we'll take care of you. But is that good, Buddy? Now we're done. There are no more announcements regarding the World Zionist Congress for the next 5 years. Okay. So on page 278, as we count the Omer,
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer.
and we say Hayom Esrim Yom V'Shem Shnei Shavuot V'Shisha Yamim LaOmer. Today is 20 days, which is 2 weeks and 6 days of the Omer.
We now turn to Aleinu L'Shabeach, page 282. I invite you to please rise as you're able.
Aleinu L'Shabeach La'adon HaKol, Lateit Gedula Le'otzer Bereshit, Shelo Asanu Kegoyei Ha'aratzot, Velo Samanu Kemishpachot Ha'adama, Shelo Sam Chelkeinu Kahem, Vegoraleinu Kechol Hamonam, Va'anachnu Korein, Umishachavim Umodin, Lifnei Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai L'melech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Yiyeh Adonai echad U'shemo echad.
Please be seated. Another popular song in Israel is Al Kol Ele, which reminds us of how the bitter and the sweet can coexist in our experience. And while there are many moments this Shabbat that we recognize as incredible moments of blessing and sweetness, we also recognize that there are those in our community who have suffered loss in recent days and are remembering the loss that they share in past years. If you are observing the loss of your loved one As I call their name, I invite you to please rise so that we might acknowledge your period of mourning. We announce with sadness the recent death of Lynn Epstein. We're in the period of Shiva, the first 7 days following burial for Edward Janin and Michael Sigel. We're in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days following burial for Matthew Fox and Sue Solomon. Finally, we acknowledge the Yartzeit, the anniversary of passing of Rose Backrack, Stephen Basser, Bill Bassick, Dorothy Becker, Samuel Bernstein, Lois Bratt, Ruth Kaplan Braun, Sadie Brint, Abraham A. Cohen, Colleen Cohen, Sidney Cohen, Ann Cohen, Lowell Davies, Herta DeVries, Hilda Edlovich, Hyman Efron, Eileen Eisenstadt, Minnie Fine, Charlotte Fox, Beverly Fuente, Dennis George, Lori Gilbert Kay, Victoria Gold, Abraham Golikow, Andrea Goodman, Rabbi Mark Goodman, Rachel Greenberg, Samuel Green, Leon Gross, Jerry Grossman, Martin Hartman, Leo Heilbrunn, Max Kamel, Daniel Kleinberg, Riva Kramer, Max Krasnick, Larry Kritzer, Adolf Levy, Annalie Levy, Paul David Lewis, Harry Lichtenstein, Marvin Liebrich, Peter Liebschutz, Seymour Littman, Carola Loeb, Edna Lutbig, Milton Meunitz, Kenneth Morrison, Albert Nalvin, Irving Perelman, Harold Peterson, Shern Platt, Milton Sidney Rowett, Samuel B. Robbins, Edward Roller, Jacob J. Rudolph, Richard Ruman, Rose Chevelle, Cindy Spector, Charlie Spitzer, Charlotte Steinbach, Mickey Strauss, Harold Tishkoff, Saul Wortman, and Charles Zyman. Perhaps there's a name that you've come to say Kaddish for that was not mentioned. I invite you to rise and share that name with us. We rise together as a caring community on page 294, and we join together in Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma tivrach yirteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayechon u'yomechon, u'chayeh dechol Beit Israel, ba'galav v'zman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei amaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei kudshah b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata ta'miran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and all mourners, wherever they may be, as together we say, Amen. As I invite you to place your prayer books down and put your arm around the person next to you, just one more story about the melody we'll use this evening for Oseh Shalom. It's written by Nurit Hirsch. You probably thought it came down from Moses on Mount Sinai, but it actually was a watershed moment in the history of Jewish music. This was the first popular song that was a Jewish piece of liturgy that ever was played on Israeli radio stations. Without getting into too much of it, for a long time in the early days of Israeli history, the idea of having prayers on the radio and having a new melody for them was sacrilegious, to put it mildly. Nurit Hirsch wrote this melody, and it became a popular anthem and is now something that we all get to sing together. So as we stand and we sing and we sway with these words, may the one who makes peace on high bring peace for all of us, for all Israel, and all who inhabit the earth. Let's offer these words with full hearts and lots of ruach as we join together.
Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Turn to someone around you, in front of you, behind you, wish them Shabbat Shalom. As I join with Maddie and we say together the Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.